Hello from Sweden and welcome back to another pick a card reading. In today's reading we're gonna look at a mysterious message from your Akasha. And the Akashic field is an etherical field of energy that contains all the knowledge of your past, present and future here on earth and other realms and planes. Yeah, it actually contains everything we need to know about ourselves and also about the universe. Today we're going to focus more about your Akasha. What mysterious message can we channel for you today? I have no idea, so this is going to be a super exciting reading today. Anyways, to do this reading, I have prepared 3 different piles with cards. That will be 3 separate readings. What you do is you choose the pile that you feel the most drawn to, and that will be your reading today. As always, we will also take 1 additional card together that you get to see faced upwards, and hopefully that will help you to find that right reading for you today. So let's go for it. A mysterious message from your Akasha. Mysterious message from, oh, look at that. I just feel like, oh yeah, look at that. So yeah, I guess we're gonna use those 2. And we have for pile 1, the vow. Wow, that was a powerful card to start with. So this is option 1, pile 1, the vow. And pile 2, the gem. Pile 3, the queen. Okay, I can already sense that we have some powerful readings today. Anyways, if you need more time, you can pause the video. Otherwise, you will find the timestamps shared in the commentary section. And yeah, they will take you directly to the reading that you have chosen today. So I will see you in your separate readings. Hello, pile 1, and welcome to your reading. A mystical message from your Akasha. And you felt drawn here to this beautiful card, the vow. I think it's a white dove here flying, and we have 4 hands, so it's like, yeah, it's 4 hands. It's 2 people shaking hands, not even shaking, actually they look like they're holding their hands like in a prayer. Very powerful. They're holding each other in a very powerful way. And you know, a vow is kind of a promise, but it's kind of goes even deeper than a promise. I would say a vow is something more sacred. So I just feel, I think you made a sacred vow with another person. We don't know what it's about, but it seemed to be, it has to be, because it's your Akasha, it's a higher soul, divine soul vow, sacred promise that you made to another soul maybe. We're gonna see if we can figure out what this is about. It's a very pure connection, you know, with the white dove here. Something, so this is not a karmic vow, I would say. This feels like something, oh, very divine, yeah, very divine. It wouldn't surprise me if this could be love even. Okay, let's put your tarot cards to the side here. We're gonna dive into some more oracle cards to see how this mystical, mysterious message is gonna develop for you today. And we have unlash your creativity. Unlash your creativity. Is it a vow you made with yourself, maybe? Thinking, you know, because holding hands, creativity, like she built a robot here. So it could be that took a vow. You know, I think I just feel like you're you made a divine vow or something with another person, a very close soul connection to you. And I think you decided to come here to Earth together to create something together. This could definitely be kind of a twin flame mission, a soulmate mission. It doesn't have to be love. For some of you, I definitely feel love here, but for some of you, it doesn't have to be. It can just be like a very strong soulmate, a friend, somebody from your soul tribe or your soul family, kind of on that higher level. And because of you holding each other's hands here, you are meant to, there's a mission. You shook hands and decided, yeah, let's go down to earth and let's create this. Maybe you don't just think about AI, with a robot here. Maybe you have something to do with that. I'm not so good in stuff like that, actually. But yeah, maybe creating something for simplifying the future. Doesn't have to be that either. There's definitely a strong mission here that you decided to do with another person. Yeah, and this actually, so we have the numbers here, the Roman numbers here, but it says this LIV, it means life. And this is the way you write life in Swedish, actually, life. So you have a mission with this person to create life, to create something that brings life to the humans, or something like that. Bring humans to life. Let's continue here. Fruition, wow. Harvest, moon, and fruition. Whatever you're meant to create with this person, it's a very strong mission. Very strong mission. It's a soul contract. I mean, it's so, I see them. It's kind of, it is put in stone. Yeah, they're showing me how it was carved in stone. And with that said, when something is carved in stone, it is something that's really like very, very, very important and very decided. This is like a sacred promise. I don't like the word promise because it feels like you have some obligations. I think this is more like a sacred thing that you wanted to give or that you wanted to do. This was one of the fun parts of coming down here to earth to do this. And you're not doing it alone, you're doing it with somebody else. Somebody else is next to you. And this mission is gonna give fruition. It's gonna feed your mouth, but I just heard like it's also gonna feed a lot of mouths. So it's probably gonna give you a lot of abundance and a lot of success, and then this abundance and success and maybe financial overflow is meant to then use that to spend on the people who needs it, or on to somehow use it for the better good. That's what I'm getting here. And we have just breathe. Yeah, look at that. It could even be like, because I see, one human form and kind of one etherical form here. But it also makes me think that it could be that the person, and maybe you made a sacred vow with an energy, some kind of a divine energy, some kind of divine guide. It could be a twin flame that's not incarnated with you, or kind of a soulmate that's not incarnated, but that's kind of working with you. So for some of you, it's a very close guide or an energy that's working with you. In another way to see this card is kind of shows also how you made a vow here with a higher version of yourself, because it's kind of, if we look at it, it also looks like the same person. So this is something very, very sacred, very sacred. And the Just Breathe card here is also the Four of Swords. It's a tarot card. And Four of Swords is all about put something to rest, find peace, put something to rest. So you have a very strong mission, pile number one. Very strong mission. To use your gifts, talents, and abilities to create something that give people hope, I think, here with a white dove. Yeah, that give people hope. There's a lot of yellow here that spreads love and hope and power. It's a lot powerful. Look at this card. It's such a powerful card. So you have a lot of power. You have a lot of power. And coming together with this energy brings you even more power. So, when I'm getting, for some of you, this is definitely kind of a twin flame mission going on here. So let's just focus on that for a couple of minutes here. So if it's twin flames, you know, it's like the light is burning in you, and your other counterpart also has the same light, but when you come together, that flame burns even stronger. So coming together, but it's the same for you that don't have a twin flame. If this is a collaboration that you're doing with a guide or some kind of higher energy, you know, maybe a whole team of angels or masters or ascended masters or light beings or something like that, or if it's your soul tribe, it's the same thing, you know, coming together with your soul tribe. When we are in those energies where kind of our souls, or this, where we origin from, those energies where we origin from, when we are with those people, no matter what we call them, twin flame, soulmate, soul tribe, our own energy is just gonna, or flame is just gonna burn so much stronger. So you are powerful together. And it seems like this mission that you have here, it's not gonna be something small. It feels like it's something big that you're supposed to do. Like, I don't know, I just keep seeing this robot here, and I mean the whole AI thing is once again, I'm sorry, I have no idea. I don't even barely know what AI was. My sister told me about it just the other day, and it's like, yeah, okay. I am pretty kind of yeah, I'm not so interested in stuff like that, actually. Maybe I should be, but yeah, I have a different mission this lifetime. Anyways, enough about me. So it's gonna be something big that you're meant to create, to make a change. So that's why it's like you cannot do this mission by yourself. It needs more power. So you are powerful as a soul. You are powerful as a soul, but together with this other energy, if it's, like I said, if it's something that is not kind of incarnated in a human form here, or if it's kind of people, also souls that are here on earth like you, doesn't matter. But coming together with this energy, connecting with this energy, amplifies that power, and amplifies that power, yeah. And then you can do whatever it is that your mission is about. It's gonna differ from person to person, but somehow it feels like making kind of a big change in the world in some way, may affect the evolution of human consciousness in one way or another, bring peace to the world, and also make a lot of abundance, make a lot of money, have a lot of resources, have influence over maybe important people, maybe have influence over powerful people. Just get an influence to use that influence and that power that comes from a very pure mission, a very sacred vow, and use that power in a very good way, maybe in places where power is misused in these days, to, yeah, used from the ego to use, yeah, you know, greed and ego and all those things, to kind of break that and somehow make a change in the evolution of human consciousness, or a contribution to the evolution of human consciousness. And I just see a lot of abundance coming with this mission. It's a very big mission. Look at this. Yeah, you are not alone. So pile one, if you think you're supposed to be alone, it's not right. And look at this, another card with kind of, you know, look at all those spirits here, kind of, you know, it's light beings, and it looks like they put on a robe just so you would see, because that they are there, because otherwise they are just energy. So if you think you're alone, and if you're alone, this mission is not right. You have so many guides and people, both on earth and on other realms, that are with you in this. Is because of the grandness, kind of, I don't know if you say grandness, but the grand thing about this mission, it's a mission that is supposed to have an effect on the grander scale. So it's nothing small that you're meant to do, nothing to kind of satisfy your own soul. It's kind of, you are satisfying kind of it's a higher purpose. It's beyond the soul. It is purpose in the mission that is beyond your soul, because I feel like at a soul level you are pretty fine and okay. I mean, you did so many things, so you don't need that things to, oh, I don't know how to say it, but it's like some things you are done with at a soul level. So it's like you can have this because being able to do such a big selfless mission, even if you're gonna have a blast doing this and you're gonna have so much fun and you're gonna feel fulfilled, and I mean, you are in your power, you are strong, you're feeling good, you have love and all these things around you, it still feels like kind of, you know, when we have bigger missions like this, it has to be some way like we're putting one piece of ourselves to the side to serve kind of that higher energy. So it feels like you as a soul you're very evolved as a soul, and you're a very old soul, and you have had so many experiences. So, and I would say this is not the first time you do a big mission like this. I mean, you have done this many times. It's kind of in your soul's energy, in your soul's mission. So you're definitely you are definitely like a starseed, light being, incarnated angel, something like that. And you have done this many times before. Earth is just like your newest adventure that you are on, even if you've been here for, I mean, very long time, probably since, you know, the beginning of you know, Lemuria and Atlantis, when many star seeds, kind of the first waves of star seeds and incarnated angels came here to Earth. So you've been here a long time, but it's still, you know, in kind of divine universal years, or how we're gonna call it. That's not so, actually it's nothing, it's like a breath. So, but you've been here a long time, you've done this in many different planets and places before, and now you're doing it again. And yeah, it's a very beautiful mission here, actually. Very strong, very beautiful, very protected. And I feel you're gonna feel the pull towards this. It's gonna be, when the divine timing is right, this is gonna activate inside of you and also inside of this person, and you're gonna be drawn to each other, or your guides. You're gonna be drawn to each other. You're gonna be very guided towards this, and it's gonna be like nothing else gonna matter. You know what you have to do. If something gets activated in you, and then on a deeper level, it's like something else. It's like a part of your higher self and soul takes over and kind of guides you. So you don't have to worry. It feels like you're just gonna follow and do it. And maybe sometimes you're not even gonna know exactly where you're going, but you know you're going in the right direction, because there's gonna be a deep feeling inside of yourself that keeps saying, go there. And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go there. And sometimes maybe you don't even know why you're going in that direction, but somehow you know it feels right. Does that make sense, pile number one? So yeah, it's gonna be something calling you. And it feels like it's going to be a whole journey here towards this. And at the end, kind of the finale, or what it is, it feels like everything comes together. And it's like, because during this journey, it feels also that you are kind of going through some kind of ascension, some kind of awakening, remembering who you are, healing maybe some karma, doing some things with yourself, some other things. So it's a whole, but the big thing is this. The other things are actually kind of minor in your soul contract. The healing karma, you know, all those things is kind of minor. It doesn't really, it's not, you know, yeah, maybe you've been suffering and you've been dealing a lot with things. So it feels like it's like have been so much to deal with yourself. But actually, if I look at your soul contract, there's like all those, it's like a little, how am I going to say this? So I see like your soul contract kind of like a paper. And then I see it kind of, this mission is kind of on top in capital letters, you know, in this bold, what is it called? You know, when the letters really pop out. So, and the rest of your, the rest of the points, the rest of the list with the things that you're meant to go through in this lifetime, they're like smaller letters. It's like, yeah, it's not that bad. They're saying, yeah, you have to deal with this, but this is gonna be the big thing. This is gonna be like this is the big thing. This is what your whole life is about, this big mission. And yeah, this is gonna be this is when you reach here, when you come here, and I think many of you have already started walking towards this big mission. Your life is gonna start feeling. You're gonna start feeling purpose and meaning with your life on a such a higher level. You're going to feel very aligned with the universe, with source energy, with your role as some kind of a maybe light worker or healer, or just as your role as somebody contributing to the welfare of human being and evolution of human consciousness. So okay, very powerful message here. So let's look at some tarot cards as well. Let me fix the camera a bit here. Let's see, yeah, like that. And tarot cards. And you have 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords. And we have 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, look at that. Another robot hand here. Make me think like breaking the matrix. Somehow breaking the matrix. Balancing it out with 2 of Pentacles. I think we have to look at the last 2 cards. 3 of Swords. Wow, look at that. So there's a lot of things going on here. 3 of Swords and another 9 of Swords. So 3 of Swords, yeah. So I'm getting that twin flame message here again. So for some of you, it's going to be a whole twin flame. Yeah, adventure. Yeah, twin flame. It's a whole adventure, you know, to reach that stage of final union. Before you do that, there's so much purging and cleansing. But even if you don't have a twin flame, it's still gonna be that. So I see for you what I'm seeing here in your it's kind of you're getting ready for this big mission. For some of you already started walking towards it, but you have not reached, believe me, you have not reached that final goal yet, but you're walking towards it. And the path to go towards it is gonna contain a lot of balancing, a lot of healing karma, a lot of fears and blockages and stagnations releasing from your body here with 4 of Pentacles and 3 of Swords. A lot of pain in your heart that has to heal. I mean, there's a lot of pain here. 9 of Swords, 2 9 of Swords, 1 3 of Swords. Yeah. There's a big... You, pile number 1, you are going through a massive spiritual awakening in this lifetime. I really think so. Yeah, this is definitely a phoenix pile, I would say. Yeah, definitely a phoenix pile. And a heavy, powerful spiritual awakening. You're not doing the light version of spiritual awakening. And I mean, if you have a twin flame, I don't think everybody has a twin flame. I don't think all souls have a twin flame. I think it's depends on how you were born as a soul. Let's not go into that, but I don't believe that everybody has a twin flame. So, but if you have, and you know, it doesn't matter, you know, even coming together kind of with your soul tribe on that higher level is gonna give you kind of the same powerful experience as meeting a twin flame. So it doesn't really matter. But what I feel here, like there is 2 opposite energies that's trying to come together to reach an union. So like I said, it could be your twin flame, it could be your soul tribe, and it could be that they are here on earth, or they can be on just an etherical level, and you're somehow these forces are coming together so you can come into your full power, your full awakening, your full state of being, full state of being awakened, maybe even enlightened at some level or another. So there seem to be a lot of purging in this process, a lot of healing in this process, a lot of preparing yourself. But like I said, the purging and all these things, it's kind of just the minor things. It's like kind of feels like you're ending the last things that you have to deal with, like as a human form, as a human here on earth, like with all the past experiences that you had. You know, all the karma that you collected, all the karmic bonds that you've still been dragging around. So, and all those hurt and pain that you still fully haven't healed. So you are meant to fully heal, I see, this lifetime. And it's gonna be a hell of a journey, pile number 1. Yeah, I can't sugarcoat it. It seems to be a hell of a journey that you have planned for yourself. Yeah, it really does, because there is such a strong light. There is like I said, it's like two opposite forces or energies that are actually the same energy, so they're trying to come together. And when this is this kind of, you are becoming complete, you can also see it as you becoming totally integrated with your highest energy. And this creates like everything that is not, everything that is still kind of your human form energy from this lifetime and from all the past lifetimes that you had, like actually all of them, is now going to be pushed up to the surface. So part number one, I'm major, massive transformation that you are meant to go through this lifetime, awaken on a higher level, and with that activate your golden mission. I just feel like it's a golden, powerful mission that you have. Definitely some powerful spiritual teachers or kind of artists or engineers or you're doing something with this tribe of yours, with this twin flame of yours. You're doing some big mission, very, very big mission. And at times you might not even see it, because you're gonna be busy with all this pain or all this suffering or all these past things inside of yourself that you have to deal with. But I have to just say once again, it can seem at times like it's a mountain that you have to climb, but believe me, it's not a mountain. And you got this. You have so much power, and you have, this is gonna be your last mission, here on earth. That's why I feel like this is gonna, definitely for many of you, this is about a twin flame, a connection here, or soul tribe, some energy at a higher level, because it is your last mission here on earth. So it's kind of, you did the whole loop, or you did the whole journey. You came here and you did everything, and now you're returning back. And now at the end phase here, it's just some big things, and some big last things that you're facing. So it could really be that you're really facing some heavy karma this lifetime, and some really heavy karmic bonds, that you have been dragging around. But there is also a purpose that you're facing this now, because suffering pushes us towards spiritual awakening. If we don't suffer, we don't go looking for spiritual awakening. And it seems like your mission is highly spiritual that you have. So there had to be something that would put fire in your ass. I hear here something that would put fire in you. I have a friend that says, like, nobody is gonna think about spiritual awakening when their life is like a endless visit to Disneyland. I mean, no, if our life is fine and we don't have any problems, we don't get challenged. If life doesn't challenge us, we will also not seek and search for spiritual awakening and healing, and for a higher meaning with our lives. But it seems like you don't have to worry about that. I mean, you have so much challenges here along your path that is meant that is meant to be fuel for your spiritual awakening. And also this divine love, or this divine energy that's calling you, that you want to reconnect with. The sacred vow here that you made, it's like such a holy thing to you, that when this is activated inside of you, you cannot turn away from that. You will be drawn to that union. No matter what you do, you will be drawn to that union no matter what you do. Because it is your energy going back to its own energy, but at a higher level. So there's kind of a natural pull that nothing can stop, just because it is natural. It's kind of the law of nature, just like the gravitation law here on earth. If I drop something, it will fall on the ground. There's no power in the world that can make it like stay in the air. That's the same thing here. You're gonna be drawn together with this, and I think just because of the force here, the power and the force here in your energy, that is what makes everything just like very powerful. Like everything that you do become powerful. All the karmic bonds that you had becomes very powerful. All the pain that you had to face and endure also became powerful and intense. The intensity became very strong, just because that you are a very powerful soul. So that means also that everything that you experience is bound to become very deep. So you have experienced deep suffering in many lifetimes. You didn't do anything lightly, you always go all in as a soul. And yeah, it's like I said, it's because of the power you have as a soul. You're a very powerful soul. And yeah, you're here to make a change in the world. You are here. And I just keep hearing this, I don't know, golden energy or something with gold. You have a golden energy. And golden energy makes me think about the Christ consciousness, The Christ consciousness is an energy. So I'm not talking about Jesus or something religious here. It's an energy. The energy, Christ consciousness, is a golden energy that is all about unconditional love. Unconditional love. And the Christ energy was also kind of, when Buddha calls it kind of metta, loving kindness and compassion. This quality is something that all saints and sages and enlightened beings have. The Christ consciousness is kind of just a heart energy. So there is something here with the golden energy. Your soul has that golden Christ energy. So you're a very, very high vibrational soul. Like I said, this is not the first mission that you do. This is not the first planet that you go through and do all this, lose yourself in all these things and learn all the things that you're doing. You've been doing this. And with this twin flame or soul tribe or this light beings that you belong to, maybe, you've been doing this many, 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 many times. You will continue doing it after you're done here on Earth as well. So yeah. Wow, okay, pile number 1. That was a strong message here. Yeah, very strong message here. And we reached the end of your mystical message here from your Akasha. So if you like my readings, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. If you feel like sharing your story in the commentary section, please feel free to do so. Either way, I wish you all the best and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye, pile 1. Hello, part 2, and welcome to your reading, a mystical message from your Akasha. And you felt drawn here to the gem, and what an interesting card. It actually looks like it's worms here, and it made me feel like a graveyard. I even feel like a kind of a funky, strange smell of death, which is very strange. I don't know where it came from, but it came from this. And then we have the gem here, and I think... I don't know, is it your powers, healing powers? Let's put it over there. But the first thing I heard is kind of, you have some very, very strong healing powers. You can almost like bring life to something that has died. And in the most difficult situations, you can bring hope. And I think this is something to do with your soul, and I think past lives. I think you have, pile number 2, I think you have been placed in very dark places of the world in your past incarnations, just to bring hope and healing to people in despair. You are a carrier of a very strong light, a very high divine energy is embedded within you. And you have access to it all the time. It is in your energy. It's kind of in your body. You always have access to this energy. Wow. Okay, let's put your tarot cards to the side and let's look at some more oracle cards here. Cycles. Cycles. Cycles makes me think of karma again. Not karma, but past lives. You've been in many cycles. And I don't know, but this woman looks tired here. So I think you have been... Oh, pile number 2. You have been... Have you ever felt like you were alive during the Second World War, and that you were kind of in one of those camps? I see you there. I see you go through some really, really, really heavy, heavy darkness. I see you also with the cycles here, kind of the opposite. So you've been doing it all, pile number 2. But there's something important here, I think, for you to maybe I think there's a message here for you to know that you have the resources, powerful resources inside of yourself to overcome anything. I mean, I really mean it, anything. You have been through some things, definitely been through some things. You have experienced both the highs of being a human here on earth and the lows. I mean, the lowest lows. I mean, war, murder, the concentration camps, the loss of faith in humanity, but also you have also experienced kind of, highly spiritual life, peaceful life, normal lives, wonderful lives. So you have, I mean, like, you look at this gem here, it has so many different, is it called facets? So many different, facets. So it just feels like your toolbox, you have a toolbox kind of inside of yourself that is just amazing. It feels like you haven't even unlocked, like, so they're showing me kind of like rooms. So say there's a big house that represents you and there's all these rooms. You have opened 1 or 2 rooms and you have so many. You have so much to know about yourself, about who you are at a soul level, and about what you can do, the power that you have and what you have been through. You have only scratched the surface of who you really are, pile number 2, I feel. Yeah, I really think for some of your healing power is out of this world, it feels like. I feel a very strong angelic energy here. So for some of you, you definitely have a strong connection to angels or kind of higher light beings, or you as a soul, you could be an incarnated angel at a soul level. Because angels are often put in the most difficult situations to shine their light, and make a change. So it wouldn't surprise me if you choose to do this even this lifetime, maybe generation karma or something like that, or maybe the country that you're living in, maybe it carries a lot of heavy karma. So maybe it could be Germany even, because we talked about that. It could also be another country that is more in suffering at the moment. But you have been moving around a lot, with the cycles here. And I feel you're tired as a soul. I'm sorry for laughing. I just felt like that really resonates with myself. It's like when I felt that energy, it was like, poof, yeah, I'm tired. So I feel like you're tired as a soul. So maybe we're going to get a message here when you can go home. Because I just heard that, yeah, I'm tired. When can I go home? So your soul is like one part of you keeps asking, yeah, when can I go home? When can I go home? Can I go home now? Can I go home now? So you came here. It seems like with the cycles, I think you got a bit stuck in the karmic cycle, pile number 2, which is normal. We all did that, so we're all here, more or less. So you get stuck in the karmic cycles, and you lost yourself for a couple of lifetimes, and sometimes they had to force you down to earth. I feel like your guides, and you were like, no, I'm not going back there, and they're like, yeah, but you have to, because you have to finish the cycle. You're not done. If you finish it, you never have to go back, and you postpone it as long as you could. Dwelling there in the heaven with with the angels or light beings or wherever you like to be, and your guides really had to push you. They had to force you to. It's like I see you like a kid that don't want to go to school, and their mother is like, yeah, but you have to. You're like, no, and kind of you're crying and you're making a tantrum. Like pile number 2, there you really don't like earth that much. I feel like you have I think maybe you learned how to like it. Yeah, somehow you learned how to like it, but deep down, actually, you're not that fond of earth. There's certain things that you like with earth. I think you like nature. I think you like animals and babies, maybe, or cute things. But overall, in the overall way, you're not that fond about earth, and you kind of like. I just hear I curse the day I came here. I just hear you saying that, I curse the day I decided to come here. Now I'm stuck in this karmic cycle, and it's like. I feel hopelessness, I feel despair, I feel like I'm sick of this, and I feel also that you came down many times to try to end certain lessons, and then you failed. And you know, when we go the bardo, the life between the lives, we kind of, when we leave our body, we go there, we meet up with our spirit team, and we kind of review how our lifetime went. And then you look at it and you're like, fuck, I failed again. Like, what? So it's like, really, and then I have to do that again with the same people. Oh my god, no, I'm so tired of this. Like, so yeah, there is like a yeah, you're just tired. You're tired of this. It's like kind of an exam that you have to take over and over again, and you keep failing. And you're like, why am I even doing this? Like, I cursed the day I decided to come here. That's what I keep hearing. It's like, but it still feels like you have some positivity inside of yourself, and but I can feel this energy is so strong. You have, yeah. Let's keep seeing. I'm super curious now how this is gonna develop. Wisdom. And we have a number 22 there. So 22 is all about hope. And look how she's almost touching the moon here. So I feel like you're close now. So if you were wondering when can you go home, I just hear soon. It is almost done, pile number 2. It is almost done. You're gaining some last wisdom here. So this lifetime can really have challenged you. Because you're sick of it, you want to be done, so you're like, yeah, let's just do 3 exams in one lifetime or something like that, so I can be done with it. So you're really gaining a lot of wisdom in this lifetime, a lot of wisdom. You're learning, I mean, so much. You're expanding and evolving. You are meant to expand and evolve so much in this lifetime. And you're getting a lot of help because your guides know that you're fed up. It's like, we cannot force this soul to go back to Earth anymore. She's gonna refuse, and you're just gonna be there in the bar, though. You know, I don't know what you're doing, playing with angels, drinking your drinks. I don't know why I'm getting drinking drinks, but you want to have an easy life. So I really think you've been going through some heavy lifetimes, and you have a lot of light, you know, in your soul, a lot of light in your soul, but it was difficult for you. The earth, being a human here on Earth, has been difficult for you. Yeah, and there is a resistance to certain lessons, or to certain things, to accept certain things. There's a lot of resistance to what is it shaking? Do you guys hear this? Like, this stone keeps shaking. And like, yeah, irritation. Maybe you're dealing with a lot of irritation, because I just feel, what is bothering me all the time? Yeah, something is bothering you all the time. You want everybody to leave you alone. You want life to leave you alone. I just feel like that. So there's a resistance maybe to accept certain things, and this makes you stuck, I think. It feels like there is actually there's one big lesson in your lifetime that you keep struggling with, and you, Palambo too, it's not the first time you're here to try to deal with that. You've been dealing with that. I know, I can't even say how many lifetimes, because you're just gonna sigh and go like, you're not gonna want to hear, but like many lifetimes you've been trying to deal with this problem, and I think this big thing is gonna be something very predominant in your lifetime, this lifetime. So you can look at what that could be, and if you don't know what it is, it's kind of very hidden in the subconscious mind, so you're not even aware of it. So it's gonna be, and this is kind of like the last big thing that you have to face to be able to. And it's so funny, because before you came to Earth, you really made sure that this lifetime you wouldn't miss it. This lifetime you had to deal with it. I mean, after trying to deal with so many lifetimes and not being able to do it, it's like you're fed up with it. But you're getting a lot of help now. If you see, we have a ladder here, you know, all the books here. So you gained so much wisdom and knowledge. So you have what it takes inside of you to deal with it. And I don't know what makes it so hard for you to break through this, but there's something. It's just a big karma, actually. It's just a big karma of yours. Yeah, very big karma. Sometimes we have those really difficult karmas to deal with. So, but you're dealing with it. And I mean, look at that. Trust. This is the Fool card. So yeah, you are definitely meant to break through. Freedom. Look at that, freedom. Pile number 2. Don't despair. I hear, have faith, have trust. If you face that thing, if you face that demon and look it in the eye, and if you let go of the resistance and the irritation, if you really try this lifetime and you overcome that, you are gonna go home. Yeah, then you're gonna go home. And I feel like you have a whole like homecoming committee, or what's it called, like a celebration when you come home. Is everybody's cheering on you. I mean, everybody's cheering on you now. You became like a bit of a thing, I feel here, kind of in the spiritual realms, because everybody wants to see you success. So yeah, everybody wants to see you succeed. So they're cheering on you. They're like, yeah, come on, you can do this, you can do it. So you're getting a lot of help. You're getting, like, they're really trying to help you to break through this, to make you go within and release yourself from this karma, release yourself from that resistance. And it could be even be, it has something to do with power or boundaries. Look at that solar plexus chakra, giving your power away, people taking your power, or you giving your power away to thoughts and feelings and circumstances, having a hard time maybe accepting things the way they are, and make choices and be the powerful one in your own life, or something like that. It's gonna differ, but there's something here that you're really working with. And I mean, you are meant to break through this lifetime. You really are. And it's like, you are getting all the help. You are getting all the help. I feel like I want to cheer on you as well. You can do it, pile number 2. Yeah, you can do it. I mean, look at you. You are the gem here. And you have so many doors. You have so many tools. It's like you don't even access, 1/10 of your power, because there's something closing those doors. Maybe it's like ignorance or resistance, or fear of moving on, fear of closing chapters, fear of letting go of things. Whatever it is kind of that you're grabbing onto, keeps those doors closed. And I mean, I want to go inside of you and just open them all up and say, "Yay, look at you. Look how wonderful you are." But that is your own journey. Your own journey is to go inward. So the guides can only guide you. They can only help you, but it's going to be your own journey to go inward, to break through, to take the right steps and decisions for yourself, to uncover the power and everything that you have and who you are. And I mean, this is the most fun part with spiritual awakening and working with ourselves. It is so much fun. I mean, to work through those heavy ass emotions and things, and resistance and ego and pain body, just to find behind those heavy layers of despair and anger and irritation, to find love and happiness and peace and new abilities and gifts and talents. It's wonderful. I love it. I mean, it's so much fun. That makes it all worth it. And you have a big gem. Look at you. You're such a big gem. And maybe you think this is your life, all this darkness and the worms, this looks like kind of a mundane, boring life, with the being stuck or something. But look at you. How can you not see this? How can you not see the gem that you are, the power that you have? Or maybe you do that, actually. Maybe you have already started doing this. Then good job, pile number 2. You are going towards your freedom, total freedom, and you're going home. Yeah, you're going home. I see a little ship now coming. So for some of you, I don't know what, maybe you live on a ship or something like that, but it's gonna come and get you, like an UFO or something like that. So 8 of Pentacles, yeah, look at that hard work. I think you're tired of working hard. I think maybe some of you really is like tired of trying, tired of working hard, tired of suffering. So it could even be like, maybe there's a deep wound of you of being that you lost hope, or that you don't believe, or something like that. And like I said, you were in the Second World War. And I feel for some of you, you lost, or other things that you went through, you lost hope in humanity. But like I said, I really feel like you have this angelic vibration. So you have a very high and pure vibration. It is just, the cycles of the earth and all the karma really it kind of lowered your vibration. So you forgot who you were. So the whole journey here is to remember who you are. And when you remember who you are, you're going to break through all these things. And then you finally can go home and you're done with this. And you're not gonna be the ones. You're not. Sometimes people, when we go through, souls that awaken and enlighten, sometimes chooses to come back to earth. It's called a bodhisattva, just to, out of the benevolence of humankind. They want to serve, but you're not going to be one of them. You're going to be like, I'm gone. I'm never going to look back. I'm never coming back. And you know, every time somebody talks about Earth, you're going to be, yeah, that was not such a nice experience. So you have a big lesson when it comes to Earth. You really have, and you had a long journey here. I mean, so many lifetimes. I mean, you're so tired of this. Yeah. And yeah, the tower, I mean, look at this. Yeah, the tower. Yeah, I mean, you've gone through the tower. You got the tower, the 8 of Pentacles. It just confirms here how heavy it has been for you. And the 7 of Swords. Yeah, you know, 7 of... Oh, look at that. It looks like an Illuminati here. You've been fighting darkness, you know, so many lifetimes. You've been fighting... Yeah, you've been fighting the darkness. And I think this is kind of, like I said, this is in your mission. This has been in your mission as a soul because of the power or because of the purity of your soul. So for some of you, you really had to, you wanted to do this, but then it became too much. The darkness became too much. And the pain and the suffering became too much. Like I said, you lost yourself in the karmic cycle. So now you're trying to find yourself back here. And you've been doing that, like I said, in many lifetimes. And now you're finally, it seems like you finally... or have gained enough wisdom and strength in yourself to actually really break through this lifetime and finish it off. So 7 of Swords is all about, you know, fight, conflict, manipulation, secrets, people stabbing you in the back. So I think you've really been stabbed in the back in your previous lifetimes. There is a despair and a distrust in the mankind and in human beings. And maybe this is deep down. For some of you, you know exactly what I talk about. For some of you, this could be very deep down. It can also it can also show itself as kind of bitterness and depression and kind of melancholic and, you know, not feeling the power inside of you to change your life and fear, you know, a lot of things like that. And it's because you've been be nice to yourself, pile through. You went through hell and back many times in this life, in on this earth. And look at the strength here. And I really feel like you have a strength inside of yourself. This is what I said. If you open those doors that you have, the resources that you have inside of yourself, you really realize how much power and strength that you have inside of yourself because of all these things that you went through in your previous lifetime, in this lifetime. But also the power you have as a soul, you know, the light that you have inside of yourself, the high, pure vibration that you have inside of yourself. If you put those two things together, you can overcome anything. I really mean it. You can overcome anything. And Knight of Cups is your last card here. So yeah, you're definitely meant to heal this, you know. You are definitely meant to hear this. The Knight of Cups once again shows you're getting so much grace and help. It's like universe are cheering on you. I mean, they're all watching you, you know, sitting there with their popcorns and it's like, yeah, look at let's see pile two how pile 2 is doing today. Oh no, they're doing their depressive things, and oh now it's the victimhood thing, and they're like, no, poor pile 2, and they try to give you healing, they try to guide you right. It's normal, you know, when we go through a lot of things, we have those feelings. It is okay to feel whatever we feel. We feel and we have certain thoughts because of the things and the challenges that we went through. So there's nothing that is wrong with feeling or thinking. But in your plan here, you are meant to awaken and break through this, like I said, because you have been facing these feelings and thoughts and challenges and these damn karmic people, you know. It's not you're tired of them. The reason you're tired of them is because you have been dragging them along. You have been dragging them along you from lifetime to lifetime. I mean, of course you're going to be fed up with certain people. And I don't mean that you are meant to... some people we are meant, you know, toxic people, some toxic people, we're meant to cut them out of our life. So it doesn't really have something to do with you reconciling or becoming friends or, you know, stuff like that. It's you, it's us facing those feelings and thoughts that awaken in connection to the pain and the suffering that we experience in this karmic bonds, whatever, however they are. And I think you have many karmic bonds in this lifetime, actually. I'm getting like 5-6 people, maybe 7 even for some of you. So you really have some people that you have been dragging around. And yeah, the big plan here is for you to release this. I mean, it's like I'm cheering on you as well. Yeah, release this, get rid of it, finish it off and leave this God forgotten place. This is your, I really feel like this is kind of, I'm channeling your energy here, you know, this God forgotten place. Yeah, you're really fed up of Earth. And I understand you, you know, if you carry things like this, it's not that easy. So, wow, what a message. Pile number 2, you got this. You really got this. Yeah, even you have all the help in the world here, or the universe is helping you. Okay, pile number 2, that was your reading. If you like my readings, please subscribe to my channel, hit the like button. If you feel like sharing your story, please feel free to do so in the commentary section for us to for us to enjoy. It's nice to connect with each other through the commentary section. In either way, pile number 2, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye. Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading, a mystical message from your Akasha. And you felt drawn here to the Queen card. Let's just put it here for a couple of seconds, and we're gonna put your tarot cards here to the side. And let's look at this card once again. So yeah, the Queen. I'm getting a sexual energy here, actually. I feel like a mystic, tantric, feminine, very, very powerful energy here. Like a very old power, very, very old power, ancient sexual tantric power, you know. One of the first tantric mystics kind of here on Earth. Look how you're holding that snake here. I'm saying you, yeah, this feels kind of like, yeah, it's your energy that is kind of embedded in your Akashic records here. And you know, the moon showing that secret. And I think we have, I don't know if it's a lotus, but it has a golden pearl in it here. Oh, here comes my cat. Actually, my cat always comes in pile 3, and you know, it's my black cat. Let's see if she wants to show herself. Yeah, here she is. So yeah, mystical energy, you know. Black cat is all about some mystical energies. Yeah, let's see what's about that. So that is you. That is definitely you. You have been some kind of a tantric, ancient mystic. Maybe there is a connection to India. Yeah, very deep connection to India. I'm also getting Egypt, Mesopotamia. Yeah, old, very, very old, ancient knowledge that you have. Very old knowledge that you have. Tantric knowledge. You're like a sex god, pile number 3. but in a positive way, you know. The tantric energy and the sexual energy, if we can use it to get enlightened, you know. It's not, there's no lust and desire and impure things like that. This is something else. This is a very hidden deep power. It's like, this even looks like blood here. I think you've been going through a lot, you know. You have done it all. I mean, as this mystical, powerful, feminine energy. This is, even if it says the Queen here, I see your past life with this energy both as male and female. So it doesn't matter what kind of gender you are. You know, gender doesn't define or doesn't really matter. We all have yin and yang energy within us. So sometimes I see you incarnated kind of in the female form, and sometimes in the male form. What seems to be the red thread here is that you were really working both. I see dark lives where you kind of work with kind of dark magic and dark energies, kind of blood rituals, and I also see very positive lifetimes where you were working more kind of as a tantric mystic master that use that energy for enlightenment. So you've been doing it all when it comes to this energy. So you definitely have something with sexual power inside of yourself, and I think it's not completely healed. It's not completely balanced. So it seems to be, there is something that needs, it's like, you know, the dark lives and the bright light lives, or the lives where you worked with this energy in a dark way. and the lives where you work with this energy in a positive or good way, even if there's no bad and good, everything is just experiences. It seems to be like that there is a need for those two those two energies kind of to come together, or those lifetimes to come together and to balance out, for you to truly harvest that energy completely. Because you are the queen, I want to say king also, you embody this energy. Like I said, it is both a feminine and masculine energy, this sexual tantric energy. So you embody it, but the queen here tells us there's a need to nourish and balance it because it's unbalanced. Because of the contrast between past lives, either you used it in a bad way or you used it in a very good way. So yeah, there was no middle thing here. And I mean, I see really footprints from you in ancient Mesopotamia. We have the Sumerians, the Babylonians there, and I see also, like I said, India, even Turkey I'm getting here, Egypt definitely, ancient cultures like that. Even Japan actually, I'm getting as well. Yeah, whatever, could be other countries. So let's continue here. It's very interesting energy. Home, look at that. Home. There's a disconnection. It's like a sexual wound, I feel, almost. Like a sexual wound. Does that make sense? There's a disconnection because of this unbalanced energy. And I feel like my sacral chakra started to hurt, or the lower part of my solar plexus, somewhere there, even kind of the hips maybe, or something. Or lower back pain. Could you have that or something like that? Or just a blockage in your sexual energy, sexual flow, the way you feel connected to your sexuality. There's a disconnection here. With home, it feels like you're longing to home. And it looks like she's holding a potion here. So there's some karma. You've been doing some potion-y things in past lives, maybe. And there's a love story here as well. Wow. So pile number 3, you had a very interesting past lifetimes. You have been very, very spiritual in your past lifetimes. I mean, very, very, very spiritual. Even when you were not kind of in a spiritual lifetime, you were still kind of, you still had like a tarot deck or some crystals, or maybe bones that you throw, or whatever you did in that lifetime where you were at. So you always had kind of this spiritual inclination in you to do something like that. And you definitely been experiencing dark magic and working with dark magic in your previous lifetimes, and that has created some karma and some imbalance in you. So there's a need to balance that out. Yeah, look at this new moon and beginnings. If we look at this kind of looks like the old here, it's kind of a bit of dark here, and then new moon and beginnings, kind of the gate opens here and you step out into the light. So yeah, there is a plan for you to balance this out. And I don't know how this should somehow be seen in this lifetime. So maybe you are getting kind of that karma kind of a bit back towards you. Maybe people are practicing black magic towards you. Maybe you're meeting witches and people that has this heavy energy that you were with in previous lifetimes. Maybe there was a spiritual warfare that you had with other witches or priestesses, or whatever they call themselves, and whatever you called yourself, shamans. So there is a warfare kind of going on here. It could be that you're facing. It could also be something kind of with your sexual energy, that maybe you've been sexually abused. I never say, just to make it right, I was also sexually abused by my uncle. So I know there's nothing that nobody can say that makes that feel right. So please understand, I'm never trying to minimize anybody's traumas and horrible things that people does to us, but there could definitely be kind of a karmic reason why this energy kind of came into your life. Yeah, so it could be something like that, or just sexual insecurity, or maybe you grew up in a family where sex and things like that was very difficult to talk about. There was always like something weird and strange, and maybe very like sexually suppressed. And if you were a woman, maybe you were not allowed to. Maybe there's guilt around showing yourself or just being confident or something like that. Or what else can be here? Yeah, just very dark people, toxic dark people in your lifetime, in your life somewhere. Karmic bonds kind of with these people here. I see a lot of blood. I really see like a lot of blood and a lot of pain. And maybe even, I think even maybe you lost child. I don't like talking about subject like this because it's very sensitive. So please forgive me if I'm being insensitive in any way. So losing a child, maybe in previous lifetimes, maybe in this lifetime, it could be really like going through pain when it comes to something like that. And you have lead here. Wow. So the Hierophant this is a tarot card. So this is the Hierophant. So there is definitely so much healing for you in this lifetime. And I feel like rewriting your history, because there's also a lot of sadness, I think, over things, maybe even kind of guilt and shame over like maybe from previous lifetimes. So if you carry a lot of guilt and shame, you don't know where it comes from. It could come from previous lifetimes. Maybe that you hurt people, or people hurt you and you didn't stand up for yourself, or people made you believe something about yourself that wasn't true. So I just feel like hurt, shame, guilt, strange sexual energy, power, a lot of power here, power struggle, misuse of power and loss is what I'm getting here. So it was a heavy reading actually, but there is so much. You are meant to rewrite your history here. You're meant to clear out those things and find inner peace. So this is definitely something that's going to push you towards spiritual awakening. And once again, I mean, there's nothing they can make bad things feel good. I mean, sometimes it's very difficult. We have manifest here. So yeah, with manifest, I really feel like you are meant to rewrite your history, take back your sexual power, purify kind of your womb, I'm getting here for some of you, and clear out those blockages maybe in your hips, in your legs. When we go through traumas, it creates a lot of blockages in the lower chakras, because the lower chakras are very connected to our human form and our connection with other people, our relationships with other people. So root chakra, the way you feel safe and secure. You can have things going on with your legs and your hips, your lower back maybe. So we have sacral chakra and also solar plexus chakra, things going on with your stomach and maybe your reproductive system. And I'm sorry, sometimes I don't know which word to use. So yeah, your stomach, your digestion, even your lungs and your breathing and your throat. Actually, this affects all the chakras here, but definitely the lower ones. And a disconnection, feeling lonely, feeling disconnected, maybe not understanding why certain things happen to you, or why you had to go through this. And I mean, this is very heavy emotions to have to face, especially when you have to go through certain traumas maybe, or just this being disconnected with yourself is just actually a very awful feeling, not feeling good inside of yourself, not having that home inside of yourself, because the home is inside ourselves. So there's a whole thing going on here with you being led here to a spiritual awakening. And I really think that some heavy things in your life are meant there as challenges to push you into awakening and to change. And when you purify your energy really by healing these things, by healing the things is purifying your energy and taking your power back. Yeah. Whew, okay, and rewrite your history and create a new life for yourself. So it could really be like a cleansing of a lot of toxic people in this lifetime. I think, yeah, it could really be a lot of toxic people that you had to deal with. Cleanse your life from those. And I think with the loneliness here, I think creating a new life for yourself And it feels like there is a new life for you. And I feel for some of you, you really feel hopeless maybe. But there is definitely kind of a new life, you know, with people that love you. You are bound and meant, it's in your soul's contract that you are meant to overcome this. So not just that you're meant to face this, but you're also meant to overcome this. And with that said, that means there's a divine energy really helping you in the most benevolent way it can, to help you to heal, to help you to go forward. So you are meant to overcome this and manifest a better life for yourself, or create a better life for yourself. And rewrite history could even be like breaking karma, generationally, breaking ancestral karma, breaking that, and kind of it ends with you, and it clears out with you. Yeah, it ends with you, clears out with you, and you're changing the whole like timelines, even backwards in time, clearing up this energy. So it's a heavy thing that you have chosen to carry this lifetime. And I feel like I want to hug you actually, because I can feel the heaviness of what you have to carry. And you know, many people might not understand it, because we can only understand what we carry ourselves. It's hard to put ourselves in another person's shoes, but I can feel the energy here, and I really feel, yeah, I see you, pile number 3. I understand this is not easy, and have not been easy, but you got this. You will make it through step by step. You will heal, and everything feels like it's gonna eventually come into place just the way it was meant to. And even the most difficult pains and losses will find peace. You will find peace in your heart, it feels like, to let that go as well. And most of all, the connection with yourself. You're getting that back. You're getting back that connection with yourself. So let's look at your tarot cards. So, wow, Ace of Wands. Whew, fiery energy here. Let's continue. We have Ace of Wands. We have 2 of Wands. Look at you, witchy. Yeah, that witchy energy. Ace of Wands, 2 of Wands. Yeah, you're meant to really, you know, with Ace of Wands here, new beginnings, new beginnings. So there's definitely a new beginning wanting to come at a certain time in your life. It's going to be a very fire igniting within you, and that fire that is igniting within you is the fire kind of awakening that is going to be you. The disconnection that you have with yourself is kind of just an illusion. You are there. I mean, you are you. How can you be disconnected with something that is you? You cannot be disconnected from yourself. It kind of doesn't even make sense, but there is a feeling of being that, but you are there. So there's going to be a deeper part of yourself kind of not wanting to be disconnected anymore. That's gonna kind of ignite, fire is gonna ignite in you. There's gonna be something really stirring up within you that will help you go forward with your life. 2 of Wands here shows you going forward, moving on with your life, healing. And we have 9 of Wands here. 9 of Wands really tells me once again that there is some tricky energies and some heavy things that you have to overcome, that you are meant to overcome this lifetime. And we have 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, for some of you, there's definitely loss here. Loss, sadness, hopelessness, despair, things that happened, you know, that you didn't like, or that shouldn't have happened even, that did happen anyways. And maybe sickness or bad health, or just difficulties, very like difficulties. And look at your last card here, the Hanged Man. So, and yeah, and a raven as well, showing that big transformation here. So you're definitely meant to go through a big transformation. And the Hangman also shows how the Hangman, you know, is also about, it's all about new beginnings actually. So you have Ace of Wands is about something new is getting born, and that's like what I said, it's kind of that inner something ignites within you, that's just gives you the passion and the power and inspiration to drive your life to overcome this, you know. It could even be that you're lost for a while in all the suffering and challenges and pain, which is normal as well. And then somewhere in that, something inside of you is going to awaken and say, oh, you know what, I have to do something. Like either this is gonna consume me, you know, I'm just gonna live a miserable life, or I'm gonna do something. And after maybe a period of, if you lose somebody, I think there's gonna be mourning, a period of grief, and all those things are normal. All those feelings has to be there. and then it's kind of going to be you moving forward, you working through some heavy things, maybe traumas and things that happen towards you, overcoming that, and then really starting a new beginning. So there's definitely a darkness here that you're going through, but there is definitely a big, bright, shining end of the tunnel. And you mean, such a beautiful energy there. And I mean, if somebody can do it, it feels like you can do this. There is, because of, like I said here, the queen and that mystical, powerful energy that you have. It's like when you harvest, when you get in touch with that power that you have within you, you can do whatever you want, You have a lot of knowledge about these things. Actually, you're very good in handling heavy, dark things because you have been doing it for, so long. It's just been very unbalanced. So I think there's a lot of things that happens to you or have happened to you, once again, that I think is kind of karmic. And once again, that doesn't make somebody else's bad behavior towards you right, and doesn't make it feel right when we lose somebody we really love. So once again, I'm not minimizing anybody's experiences in any way, but yeah, I think somehow you're gonna come to a peace of mind with everything that was. You're gonna find forgiveness, compassion, acceptance. I think acceptance is gonna be a big one for you. Accepting what was, accepting maybe people, and also I think for some of you, really cleansing out some toxic family members, maybe even, or people that is not changing. And there's a big change here in your life, and I think you're even gonna kind of move house. You're moving. There's, I don't know, it's like your whole energy is going through a metamorphosis. And it's I really feel like there's you go from the darkest place you can be, very dark night of the soul. I think really, really a dark night of the soul here. And somehow there's something awakening in you, like I said, and then you're gonna take yourself from the lowest low to a very good place in your life. And this is kind of in your soul's plan for you to do this. Yeah. I think we're gonna take 2 last cards, or 1 last card, just because I just felt like there was something missing, maybe. So let's see here. Do we have some last card here for pile? Yeah, let's do those 2. Pile 3. And we have 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles is kind of work. There's definitely gonna be some work that you have to deal. There's some things that you have to deal with this lifetime. But look at all this light here. And I think it's in the beginning, there could be things that are hard to accept. It could be that you're a bit lost. You're not going to know what you're doing. But kind of when you start, it feels like all of a sudden there's going to be a flow of high spiritual energy supporting you because that this is kind of in your soul's plan to do this, to balance this out. So there's going to be help here. And I think I like this. Look at this lanterns that you're putting out. So there's going to be a lot of hope coming into your life, helping you with this. And even at times when it's hard work, facing some things, healing some things, and it's going to be, I say sometimes 3 steps forward and then 1 step backwards. That feels kind of awful when that happens, but kind of happens all the time. So or it happens often. It's still gonna be, you're gonna be okay. I think it's like there is something divinely activated, something divine activated within you that is kind of driving you forward. So you're getting a lot of strength. To deal with this. And the High Priestess. I mean, yeah, this is you. You are the High Priestess and the Queen and the Empress. You are embodying all these feminine, powerful energies, but also I'm getting also the masculine energies here. So the Priestess, the Emperor, the King. You have this, and you are such a highly mystical creature. I mean, like a mystical guru or something. You have this tantric mystical energy within you. So I mean, you have so much to use. And look at that King of Wands. Yeah. Yeah. Power, like so much power. I mean, King of Wands is I'm getting sexual energy again, like sexual master. So tantric energy, but in its pure form, I think many of the practices that we have today are not in their purest form anymore. So there is, but you have that pure ancient knowledge, and when you tap into that, and I think you're meant to tap into it. It could even be that you're meant to use that. So you're gonna be, whew, wow, you're gonna step out on the other side as like a spiritual mystic, like, you know, like a sexual mystic being, you know. what a wow, yeah, what a interesting energy here. So you have a very strong journey, pile number 3. You have such a spiritual strong journey here, and what a life. You could write a book or two about your life after this. Look at this King of Wands. He's like sitting on a throne of crystals, you know. So yeah, look at that power. So it's like when you open those doors, and you're going to do that with the healing that you're doing and the reconnection that you're doing with yourself. You're going to remember all these things that you are and all these talents and gifts and abilities that you have. You're going to really like go into a whole transformation to become, like I said in the beginning, it's like, you know, the lifetimes where you use your powers in a wrong way or in a dark way. There's no, like I said, there's no right and wrong. We choose experiences, because here on earth, both good and bad, because we want to learn. So, but those, when you worked with the dark energy and when you work with the light energy, those two are coming together. So what you're becoming in this lifetime, at the end here, going through this whole journey, this is your whole lifetime. I think this is going to go on your whole lifetime. But when you step out there, the thing that you have become, it kind of feels like you have evolved as a soul into, it's a tarot card that doesn't exist, like something that is kind of crossed between the magician, the high priestess, the empress, and the emperor. Cross those and create a new card, and that's going to be you. It's going to be something, it's going to be, you're a creature nobody else has beheld before. So you're really becoming something magical. Yeah. Wow. What an interesting, super interesting reading this was. Okay, pile number 3. That was the end of your reading. If you like my readings, please subscribe to my channel. Hit that like button. If you feel like sharing your story in the commentary section, please feel free to do so. Either way, I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Goodbye, pile 3.